night talks. Monday night talks. Monday night talks.
Welcome to Monday Night Tops, where the money is very real, but the hosts are very, very fake. I'm Chad Alexander, bringing your host for the evening. Please welcome Trumaine Bradley.
Hey, I feel like I should have been introduced. Like, are you not entertained? Fucking miss you though, Tad. But anyways, man, welcome to Monday Night Tops with Trumaine Bradley. I'm your host, Trumaine Bradley. Monday Night Tops. It's a bunch of weird and random, funny shit compiled into 1 hour with topics that are chosen by you. And we're just going to be talking about it with me and a bunch of my funny friends. And again, all the topics are created by you. First, I want to go ahead and introduce the second man of the hour, the man that I've missed all of these hours. Give it up for my co-host. He toured all over. I've done a bunch of shows with him, Chad Alexander.
Glad to be here, man. Glad to be back. 3 cheers for me. Yes. Missed you, man. This is good to be back here, man.
Well, no, we fucking missed you too. Thank you again, dude. I don't know who made that fucking sound, but that's what we do here. It's just random on Monday Night Tops. This is the actual man of the hour. He has 2 shows on this network. So right now, I guess he is the #1 black guy for today. He has In the Meantime with Carter Anderson and Geeked Out with Carter Anderson. And he has been seen on Portlandia. So he is technically the whitest and blackest person tonight. Give it up for my guest, Carter Anderson.
Hey, how's it going?
Carter.
Yeah, that may be true, but you're still the shortest black guy here. Remember that. He's 5'2", everyone. He's 5'2".
Oh, please.
He's 5'10", but he's not. He is
a lot of people who actually kind of like me and think that I am much taller than I really am. So thank you so much, Carter. But yes, no, thank you again for being out here with us, man. We're going to go right into these picks. We have a lot of shit to cover. And as you all know, it's always Juneteenth. Thank you, Chad, for being an ally. Since he couldn't be black, his shirt is black. Thank you, Chad. You are a true ally. Are you popping your collar?
More like the Hanes no wrinkle collar. Yeah, but yes, we are doing that. Yes.
He said he's definitely popping his collar. Carter says he's popping your collar, and I say you're popping your collar. Technically, that's one black person who says you're popping your collar, sir. So that definitely was popped. Okay, so we're gonna go into our first. Is he giving me the finger for you, Chad? Now he is your ally, Chad. Okay, let's go into these picks. So we have a lot to cover in 1 hour, and we know that I can talk a lot. For your first pick, Carter, you chose Good Will Hunting. Can you tell us why? Go.
It is a great movie that proves, to me at least, that even if there was no racism, there would still be classism, because they immediately look down on this dude insanely, just because he's from Boston. By the way, every part of Boston is a shitty part of Boston. It's a really terrible place, and you shouldn't go there. It's not safe. But it's really just a great movie, combined with a love story and a tale of self-discovery. It's awesome as fuck.
No, I fucking love it. Even though it does get a little problematic. I mean, it's the 90s, goddamn 90s. Tell us this, though. What was the craziest part in Good Will Hunting? Go.
Oh, the bar scene where he gets into the argument with the Michael Bolton lookalike. I love that scene so much. I want to learn that entire scene so I can get into that fake fight with somebody at a bar out here. That would be so dope. Wow, are you gonna just be quoting stuff from sophomore lit, or do you have any original ideas? It's wonderful. It's great.
Are you gonna do your own math problems?
Yeah. I actually have a chalkboard. I'm not going to show it to you now, but it has impossible equations on it. And if anyone can solve it, then they get to pay my rent for the next 3 months. That's
man, that's the kind of stimulus that I need. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I'll let Trump stimulate me for that. Hey, Chad, can you do me a favor?
Catch bud.
can you set us up with Rachel's clip, please?
All right. So for the first clip, we have Rachel Chada doing a scene description from Good Will Hunting, and I have to say, I do believe that her English accent is better than Minnie Driver's.
I believe that too. I agree. Seconded.
From Good Will Hunting, where a wonderful lady, played by Minnie Driver, comes up and flirts with Matt Damon, and then he goes and makes fun of a bully for not getting her number first. Boys, you know?
Who fucking cares? You're an idiot.
What?
You're an idiot. I've been waiting over here for like 40 minutes, waiting for you to come over so I can tell you what an idiot you are. Okay? For being friends with Ben Affleck. You know him?
Yeah, he's like my best friend.
Yeah, okay, we just keep giving the guy too many breaks. He goes, and he cheats on Jennifer Gardner with the nanny. Like, can we be more cliche, you douche? No, we can't be, you know? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I guess I can see what you're saying.
Exactly. Okay, now he's dating Ana de Armas. Alright, and I'm sorry, but we all know that's a fake relation. Sorry, that was very cold. We all know that's a fake relationship, alright? She's just doing it to raise her A-list status. And he's just doing it, who the hell knows why, because Ana de Armas is gorgeous, okay? But there's no chemistry there, alright? They go out for their little quarantine walk every day, and it means absolutely nothing. Meanwhile, Jennifer Gardner's raising their kids, feeding her chickens, doing all of her charity work. Well, Ben's off doing whatever he wants. Okay? So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to give you my phone number, and then you can call me, and we can talk about what a douche he is, and probably you are too.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. We can even eat caramel.
What?
What?
Alright, bye.
Alright, let's go, man.
Whoa! Look, it's that dude with the ponytail that we definitely know. We know who he is, and
We're mad at him for something big.
knock, 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 knock. Hello, through the glass window. Oh, hey.
Are you Ben Affleck?
What? No, dude, I'm not.
Do you like apples? Yeah. Are you okay?
Well, how about this? I just got her number so now we can talk about white male privilege and why idolizing douchebags in Hollywood is problematic. How you like them apples?
I love how she went back to that goddamn ice cream. Thank you, Rachel. So, Carter, what is the most problematic thing in Hollywood right now? Go.
The lack of diversity and the fact that they only have strong female lead roles where the women are barely wearing any clothes. If they want to be like that, that's fine. But besides that, it's really not cool.
They need choice. And we're looking at you, James Cameron.
Real perfect.
That's actually really good. Chad, what is the most problematic thing in Hollywood? Go.
Guys that look like me.
I seconded.
Oh, I miss you, goddammit. All right, we're going to go into the audience's first pick. Thank you again, though, Rachel. Can you set us up with Dana's clip, please, Chad?
Sure can. Here's Dana Bolin explaining Almost Famous and the fact that all you need in life is more cowbell.
Hey, folks, my name is Dana B. Hey, Trumaine, thanks for having me. Really appreciate it. I don't know why I'm getting all up close like this. Hey, the movie that makes me happy is Almost Famous. And that is because in the movie, the main character, William, the way he gets into the show is almost exactly what happened in real life for me. So, like, I showed up to my favorite band, Piebald, right here. I showed up to their sound check with a cowbell in Los Angeles. Now, I live in Boston. I showed up with a cowbell and some beers at their sound check. They made me try out, and I became their cowbell player. And then that eventually led to me becoming their tour manager, and we just finished a tour with the legendary Dashboard Confessional, which was a dream come true. So I really relate to the movie Almost Famous for that reason. And shameless plug here. If you want to hear about that experience, you can listen to the 2 Week Notice podcast. I'll send you some stickers, people. I'll send you some stickers. Hey, Trumaine, if you want to guest for the show, hit me up. Once again, thank you guys so much. Much love and peace.
I love how people are just like, you know what? Fuck this show. We ain't getting paid, so we're gonna plug ourselves. I love you, Dana.
Yeah, and also to show up with a cowbell, like I studied at Juilliard for years and years for this moment.
That is awesome. The funniest thing is, me and Carter didn't understand it, but you were like, I understand that goddamn cowbell.
Right.
Dana, please come on down to the show. In fact, I'm gonna have you on in, I believe, August. So you're gonna be able to say hi to Dad. It's still gonna be Juneteenth. All right, Carter. What is the craziest scene in Almost Famous? Go.
I would definitely have to say where Harrison Ford's character comes into the dining room and he's like, you switched the samples! You switched the samples so that people could have Provasic? And then the guy is like, man, I didn't do that. And, that's why he killed his wife. And so, like, they get into a big fight and, it's two people that clearly can't fight. But honestly, Harrison Ford was brilliant in that movie. Like, I don't know how being a doctor qualifies you to be an escaped convict, but it worked very well. That was really incredible where they implemented that. That was really great. Very good.
For everybody who isn't a film nerd and doesn't understand why that shit's hilarious, he just described the 95 hit film The Fugitive. It is a great film.
That was?
That was.
That was? I thought we were talking. That's not Almost Famous.
Man, you had me so spun. I was like, damn, did I forget that much about that movie? Like,
I was like, Harrison Ford. You know what? It's Russell Crowe. Not Russell Crowe. It's Cameron Crowe. He don't put no black people in his movie, so maybe they did have another white person. I was like, maybe I just missed them. And I was like, wait a goddamn minute. This sounds like the goddamn Fugitive. I hate you and I love you for that. If you're watching the show right now, I want you to give a thumbs up if you would rather watch Almost Famous, and give a heart if you would rather watch The Fugitive, because his wife's heart stopped beating in that film. That was really unfortunate. All right, Chad, what was the craziest scene in Almost Famous for you? Go.
For me, it was the realization that like you could do a substance and then climb on top of a roof and jump off of it like it's okay and normal. Like at the age that I saw that movie, I was like, that was an option the entire time.
You know what's so funny? I love whenever you show me something is even too white for white people, because I thought that's just for people, how people party growing up. And so hearing you say, hey, that's a lot of drugs, I was like, you know what? I thought Jimmy was on a lot of drugs when he jumped off of his roof, because I saw it happen all the time in Orange County. Thank you so much, Chad. Everybody should definitely watch Almost Famous. It's very problematic, but it's still a great movie. Chad, can you please set us up with Kat's clip, please?
Yeah, Kat is going to say maybe something about Almost Famous at some point.
Oops. That's my tummy. Hey, it's Kat. And I'm here to talk about that scene in Almost Famous. Well, there's a few scenes with Frances McDormand, who's amazing. Leave it to her to take a tiny bit part and just make it super memorable. And so she's calling around. She's being an overbearing mom, and she's scaring the people around her son into making sure he's okay. And I totally get it. I mean, first of all, I'm in my childhood home. Okay, just to give you an idea, that's me and my sister, okay? So, yeah, our mom's going to be a little protective, okay? No one's messing with her babies. So anyway, growing up, I didn't start dating until after college. That's how scared I was of my parents. Because, so growing up, if there was a party or if I was going to go sleep over somewhere, they would call the parents to make sure they were home because I wasn't going to go to a party. Because if you go to a party, the cops might come, you get arrested, and your record's going to be perfect. Perfect. My parents really wanted me to get into like a great school. So, you know, in 5th grade, my dad got us a trampoline. And my mom would stand out there, let's say it was 5th grade, right? My friends would come over. My mom would stand out right where the trampoline was, and she'd say, one at a time. Stay in the center, one at a time. And if you hadn't taken gymnastics, you weren't allowed to do flips. So, of course, my friend Jillian Bourgeois wasn't up. There's Papa. This is, hey, this is what white privilege looks like. Okay.
You know what's so beautiful about Kat's clip? I lost count of how many rooms we passed. That's how you know that's a different kind of tax bracket. Okay, thank you, though,
Yes.
Kat. I fucking love it. That was great. Carter, tell us this. How do you feel about white privilege, and how can Black people get it? Go.
White privilege is some bullshit, but at the same time, if you're white and you're not using it, like, what the fuck are you doing? That's ridiculous. You know, it's like having like a discount card for like, you know, groceries and not using it every day. That's insane. But and for Black people, the only way we can like get it is if we become Dave Chappelle. Like, Dave Chappelle is Black, but he's also Dave Chappelle, so he kind of has white privilege at this point. You know, a little bit.
All right. Okay. No, that's fair. That's fair. So we just basically have to be. You said Dave Chappelle, or you said Kevin Hart?
No, Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
Kevin Hart, actually, it's called out for shit all the time, and is like one fart away from being completely canceled. But meanwhile, no matter what group gets upset at Dave Chappelle, it doesn't matter. He won a fucking what was that award that he won?
The Mark Twain Prize.
Yeah, the Mark Twain Prize. Okay, the only other comedian that won that was Richard Pryor. That's amazing. Okay. Like, the entire LGBT, like, there are two groups you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with the IRS, and you don't fuck with the LGBTQRS. Don't fuck with them. Just don't. Just don't do it. Don't even mess with their letters.
Hey, I love you, Carter. Don't you fucking do that. We're on episode 4, LGBTQ.
That's what I'm saying. You can't fuck with them. Like, don't fuck with them.
You know,
he fucked with them, and they won the Mark Twain Prize.
Don't cancel me nor Chad. All right. That's Carter, and he's already been on TV, so that's fine. You can cancel him and Kevin Hart.
Fine. I've already made all the money I'm going to make.
Hey, I love it. Chad, how can Black people get white? No, I'm just kidding. Okay, what we're going to do...
Let him answer the question.
No, we not. Chad just got back, and he has a black shirt on. This is he an ally tonight. God damn it, thank you. Thank you, Chad X.
White privilege would have definitely been buzzing into that question before it was over with.
Could have been, well, actually, that's how you knew it was going to be some bullshit.
Yeah.
Well, actually, hey, listen, I'm all for, like, you know, Black people, but...
Right, but...
There shouldn't be a but at the end of that. That should be the
end. He's going to be like, wait, next thing you know, he's going to be like, hey, I've already called the police. They're already on the way. They know the barbecue. I love you though, Chad. No, but can we go ahead and go into the second pick? Your second pick, Carter. You chose Bad Boys 2. Can you tell us why?
Bad Boys 2 is easily the best of all three movies. I enjoyed the third one very much. It was great. It was, in fact, the only good thing about 2020. Like, that movie came out in January, and I saw it again, and I was like, man, all right. Okay, I thought this movie was going to be kind of like campy and stupid and bad. And, they did everything right with this one. And then I was like, okay, well, maybe 2020 is going to be a dope as fuck year. And then immediately after I left the theater, everything went to shit. Like, I think literally after I left the theater, Kobe Bryant died. And then coronavirus hit. And then, like, shit just hit the fan. Like, literal shit got thrown into a ceiling fan, and we all got covered in it. And it was really gross. And then, like you take off your clothes and then put on different clothes, and then those clothes are also covered in shit. It was really a tough time.
You talked about a lot of shit, and you're sure you weren't talking about Bad Boys 3. You were talking about Bad Boys 2, correct?
I really did just not bring up Bad Boys 2 at all.
I just thought you were talking about Bad Boys 3 because that movie was
at this point, all I know is that the year so far has been a very fecal affair.
Yeah.
And it's been very bad. It's been quite
I don't know better than that. Okay, well, tell us this, though, Carter. What was the craziest part of Bad Boys 2?
Easily the craziest part is any of the... Oh, no. When Martin Lawrence's character, Marcus, accidentally takes ecstasy and is like, you ever feel your shit, man? You ever just, like, enjoy your shit? And he, Mike, like, immediately realizes, it's like, look at your pupils. How the fuck am I look at my pupils? Pupils are fucked up. Pupils are fucked up, man. Okay? You take that shit, you actually take that shit, man, you need to get this, Warren. You need to get this. Be cool. No! It's not cool. They need to, I hope they don't reboot that movie, but if they do, you and me, Bad Boys, it'll be great. Not you, Trumaine, me and Chad. It'll be
How is
Mike
that?
Perry.
That's funny.
You can be the chief.
Go ahead, Carter.
You can be the chief. You can be Joe Pantalonian's. What's your job description? What? How did you crash a boat? I don't understand. His whole part was just screaming at those guys. It was wonderful.
And then with the woosah, like my pressure points.
Woosah, yeah. Remember the woosah. Sarge, remember the woosah. Remember, it's important. Out of my face, I swear. He's so great now. He's good in every part. Awesome. I love his
Michael Bay. Chad, can you do me a favor, though? Can you set us up with Andrew's clip, please?
Andrew Horniman, and I hope I'm pronouncing your last name correctly. All I know is that he's one of my favorite commentators, and he is going to explain what it would have been like had we just seen just a little bit of love between Mike and Marcus.
What did I... Oh, man, my aunt or whatever. I just watched... what the hell is that? I'm drinking right now. What did I watch? I watched Bad Boys 2 with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. And they're partners. They're... I've never seen the franchise. I don't give a fuck. Actually, I don't care. This pissed me off so much because Will Smith and Martin Lawrence they're on a couch and they're talking about a scene that happened but implied that they were gay. And it was like funny, like gay. Like what? Like two black men can't have affection for each other? Oh yeah, something we haven't seen. That's why Moonlight won the Academy Award for Best Picture of the Year, which is probably a great movie. Haven't seen it because I'm not ready to cry yet. And it's so lonely and depressing being by myself. So yeah, I didn't apply it. So they're at a store. They're at like a Circuit City that's still alive, and they're implying that they were lovers. And then there's an angry black woman that's like, you're showing porno to the whole department because they were being filmed. And see, I want to like black culture, but there's a homophobia that's really hard to get into. So I forgive myself for not even touching Bad Boys, because I know it was a good franchise, but this pissed me off so much.
Agreed.
Best.
Wait, Carter, give me a second.
That's amazing.
You know what? I have to thank Andrew because he brought up some interesting things. So, Carter, tell us this. Why is the Bad Boys franchise so homophobic? Go.
I think, well, he says in a lot of Black culture, unfortunately, there does seem to be a great deal of homophobia. A lot of it is unspoken. A lot of it is a bit unspoken, and we're making strides, especially this year, to like truly be inclusive. But as far as the Bad Boys franchise, 2 movies were made in the 2000s, and they're still at that level of homophobia. Like, it's still this level where if you're a straight Black man, and if it's even kind of implied that you might be gay, you like have to be like, nah, man, nah. You see that headboard? Get it. Man, you know what I do. I get it in all day. With women, I do. It's with lots of women, and they be consenting. But I'd be knocking that pussy out. Don't knock a pussy out. That doesn't sound nice. That doesn't sound like a friendly thing to do. And that's pretty much like the entire. It's Bad Boys in a nutshell. It's with a lot of Black comedy. I think it's something that we're working towards improving, but we still have a long fucking way to go. It's rough.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Actually, Chad, because you all have a lot to say about this too, and we do need to hear this. Why is the Bad Boys franchise so homophobic? Chad, go.
Michael Bay.
Chad, I'm gonna be honest with you. I was thinking the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, any man that has an actress come over and watches Ferrari as her audition probably has some stuff to work out.
How is he still a thing? Like, no, but I appreciate. We do take it there on Monday Night Tops. And when that's nothing sexual, but even if it is, it's 2020, because why we're not problematic here. So if you like what you have been hearing thus far, and you want us to be able to keep electricity on to keep doing this show, please check out our Patreon site. Can you please pull up the graphic, David? Yes, please give us all your monies at patreon.com/Monday Night Tops. There are 3 levels to show your support. You can get the details on the page, but any little bit helps. Even if you're only giving it to us for this one time because you happen to like Carter's bald head and you miss Chad, that's cool. We have a lot of big plans for this show, and we can use a little bit of help coming from each and every one of you. If you could donate cash, just show us some love. Share or comment or love all the videos. If you cannot, be a topper. You are the best, and we love you so very much. Cool. Let's get back into the swing. Someone have something to say?
Hey, I'm working on not being bald anymore, just for the record, dickweed. Okay.
Oh,
taking stuff for my hair. All right. It takes time.
Keep thinking very long-haired thoughts. Okay, so for our second pick, Chad, can you please set us up with Christopher's clip?
Well, Christopher, I'm just a fan. I'm gonna let him speak his mind about the Wrong Missy.
Yeah, it's coming right up.
My name's Christopher Riddle, and the movie that makes me happy is The Wrong Missy, because, to be honest, I've had a few wrong missies in my day.
Thank you, Chris, and we love you. I'm definitely going to have you on very soon. This is the thing I was thinking, though. The Wrong Missy has a title that feels sexist. Why did they do that? Carter, go.
Probably not their intention, but like what I've learned in Portland, it's not about your intention, it's about the perception. Yeah, it absolutely is a little bit sexist, but they just wanted to like explain in the title what the fuck happens in the movie, which they don't need to do. You don't need to call it Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. You could have called it something else. Now, I don't need to watch that movie because I know that Harold and Kumar go to White Castle. And I know in The Wrong Missy that David Spade accidentally texts the wrong Missy and ends up spending an entire vacation with her. You fucked up. You fucked up. You gave us too much information. But that was a really good movie, though. It was kind of stupid, but it was fun.
It's a damn good movie. I mean, but it's Juneteenth all year, so your thoughts are valid. But speaking of which, Chad, how do you feel about The Wrong Missy?
I have not seen this.
You know what? Hey, this is being an ally. Because I don't even remember any black people in that movie. So thank you, Chad. All right, so can you please set us up with Gabe's clip?
Gabe Davis is going to give us a hard lesson about drinking and pratfalling.
Hi, my name is Gabe Davis, and I will be discussing The Wrong Missy. The scene is pretty short. The scene is just basically the wrong Missy. She's drunk. These people around her think she's an athlete. She's going to dive to show them that she's an athlete. But she's drunk. So on the way to dive, she's running towards the edge of the cliff. Then she trips and falls, slides off the edge of the cliff. And in typical slapstick fashion, she falls, hits the side of the cliff she was diving off of, falls into a branch, and then falls flat on the sand in front of the water that she was diving in. That's pretty much the scene. And they run to her concern, and then the character says something witty, quote unquote witty. That's pretty much the end of the scene. This character annoys me, though. I don't like characters like this. Like, this is one of those characters, I never really liked characters like this. I remember when I actually had to look this back up because I remember not liking The Cat in the Hat. And before I filmed this video, I had to go back and read the synopsis of The Cat in the Hat, the book, on Wikipedia to make sure I still feel the same way that I did when I first read this as a child. I still feel the same way, but now I can articulate it. This character in The Wrong Missy feel like the cat from The Cat in the Hat, mainly because it's just a character that I want to go away. It's just gotta be more of it than nothing, but you gotta get rid of that character. You gotta get rid of it. I'm not gonna say do her harm that character, but you gotta.
All right, man. Well, thank you, Gabe. I always love when he contributes because he always talks crazy. Carter, I have two questions for you. Number one, to write kids' books, do you really need to be that high? And number two, explain the drug filled night that Cat in the Hat was written. Go.
Okay. Yes, to write kids' fiction, you need to be high. You need to be high as fuck. It is the only way to do it correctly. Cat in the Hat, the particular drug that was used to write Cat in the Hat, and actually all of Dr. Seuss's books, was acid. I don't know if you've ever indulged yourself personally, but it will make you see a cat with a rather long hat. Not a large hat, but a long hat. That's what acid does, okay? Shrooms are good. It's a good substitute if you're in a pinch and there's no acid around. But if the acid is around, go ahead and, use it. Use it so you don't lose it. That's what I'm saying.
I normally would take this time to hear from my better half on all topics of acid and other psychedelics, but we're out of time for that. We are going into our random commercial break. And when we get back, we're going to go into the film Degrees of Separation. Before we do that, Carter, I want you to set us up. Can you get us into the two-shot? Yeah.
Okay.
Give me 1 second, Carter. I'm about to go ahead and get us set up for the clip that we're going to show from Geeked Out.
Yes, thank you. Actually, this is not a clip from Geeked Out. This is a exclusive look at what will be playing in Black Panther 2. Take a look.
Oh, okay. Run it, please.
Catch Geeked Out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time on Big Laugh Comedy Network.
Were you in a bad superhero movie? Don't worry, I got you covered. I'm Carter Anderson, actor attorney, and I fight for you. And if you were in a crappy superhero movie, you're entitled to a better superhero movie. That's how superhero movies work. But don't take my word for it, see for yourself. Chris Evans was in Fantastic Four back in 2005. Boom, now he's Captain America. Michael B. Jordan was in Fantastic Four back in 2015. Boom, now he's Killmonger. Also, if you see a shooting of a Fantastic Four movie, you are legally allowed to make a citizen's arrest. Ryan Reynolds was in Green Lantern back in 2011. Boom, now he's Deadpool. Need I say more? I fight for people that can totally fight for themselves. Call now.
Yeah, I don't know how I got that footage either. It got leaked, and I was like, well, I got to get this. By the way, I just want to say, I really hope that someday they do make a good Fantastic Four movie. I have hope. Not a lot of hope, but some.
I'm so glad that we were able to see that next scene from Black Panther.
Yeah. Those are really good stuff. I think that was Angela Bassett's best work, personally.
No, it was fantastic.
Yes.
Cool. So that was pretty random, and we're gonna go back into our random commercial break. So we're gonna go ahead and run it. Thank you.
So this guy named Happy, but that's ironic. He loves hockey, but he's terrible at it, and he always falls down. So he hits the puck, but he's really good at that. He hits it really hard and good. And then also his grandma's like, "Oh, don't pay attention to taxes," but the government's like, "We do for sure." So they took her house, and he's like, "I got to get Nana's house back. How do I do that? Oh, I'll hit the golf ball really hard because people pay me to do that." And then he does that, but he's mad all the time. But everyone likes seeing him mad, like, "Oh, I'm not a happy person." Irony, like I said. And then this guy Shooter, who's like always finger guns, that's weird. He doesn't like him. They're beefing and they're squabbling and all this stuff, and he tries to get rid of him. He eats pieces of shit like him for breakfast, and then he gets to the end, but he has to learn how to control his rage because the guy from Predator with one hand did it, and then to thank him, he gets the guy, the alligator head that ate his hand, but then he dies because of death and also mostly gravity also. And then he gets to the end and he's calm and he goes to his happy place, like his name, and then he wins and he's able to save Nana's house, and then everyone's in heaven and waves at him and everything's fine. The end. Happy ending.
See, that was a happy ending to Happy Gilmore, which is one of two of Adam Sandler's good films. So
yes.
Before
others, that's mean.
I'm just being serious. All right, so before we went into that commercial, I just kind of wanted to break up the random commercial break just to make sure that y'all remembered that it's Juneteenth year-round here on Monday Night Top. So the first thing that we saw was Carter. The second was Luke Severai, the sphincter muscle on my bottom side. I love him to death. Please check out his show. Wait, what? Luke, you are the worst. I won our match. So Carter, when you were doing the scene for Black Panther 2, what show is it originally going to be on before it's on Black Panther 2?
Yes, you guys can catch my show Geeked Out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And we're just always talking about geeked out shit. This next week, we will be getting into the film, what the fuck did we talk about this past week? I can't even remember. Oh, shit. But we're going to be talking about that, and we're going to have a really great time with it. I don't know. I've done a lot of drugs since then, like a lot, and I may or may not be high on some right now. I know you told me I shouldn't be, but, don't snitch. That's all that matters. But, yeah, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of geeked out shit. We've talked about Star Wars so far, Daredevil, Back to the Future, the whole trilogy there. Black Panther, you were on that one, Trumaine. It was very good. I do remember that. Fight of the drugs. I do remember that. It was a good time.
All right. Well, no, it's going to be fun. Well, thank you again. I can't wait to be on it again because there's only about 3 Black people on the network. We count as one together. So we're going to go into your favorite portion, Carter, because you answer a lot, and Chad, before you became my co-host, answered a lot. film degrees of separation. Can you please? Awesome, cool. So you're gonna have 10 minutes to answer as many times as possible. But just so you know, all of the people have to be connected by the roles. You can only use actors and directors, no TV show connections. Again, no TV show connections. 1 point per correct answer. 5 points if you are first based off of the first right answer, and 3 extra points if you make the connection in under fewer than the films asked. For example, if I tell you to connect Bradley Cooper and Eddie Murphy, you will say A Star is Born starred Bradley Cooper and Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle was in The Nutty Professor with Eddie Murphy, and that was under 3 connections, so that would be extra points. Can you go ahead and do the next graphic, please? Cool. So go ahead and connect for us Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken in 3 films or less. Again, Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken in 3 films or less. And you have 10 minutes starting now. Bring us back in. Cool. And again, answer as many times as you want. Copy answers, because it don't matter. You're not going to know if they right or not until like next week. So for your next pick, Carter, you chose The Matrix. Can you please tell us why?
The Matrix was absolutely ahead of its time in some ways. In other ways, like the story has been told before, the idea of us creating the very thing that causes our demise. But it's also a beautiful kind of retelling of the story of Jesus Christ, the birth of Jesus Christ, all the shit that happens in the middle of Jesus Christ, and the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ. Dope as fuck movie, cool, awesome special effects, and Lawrence Fishburne being wise as fuck Lawrence Fishburne, like he always is. That's pretty much the role that he always plays, except for in the movie that he did with Angela Bassett, where What's Love Got to Do with It? He was an asshole in that.
Yeah. He had a perm, so I should have known that he was going to be an asshole. He definitely had a perm.
Yeah. Nice people have never had a perm ever, except for Prince.
That's very true, very true. And if you are watching in the comments, I want you to go ahead and put a thumbs up if The Matrix is your favorite. Put a frowny face if Matrix Reloaded is your favorite, and put a heart if Matrix Revelations is your favorite. So if Matrix 1 is your favorite, put a thumbs up. If Matrix 2 is your favorite, put a frowny face. If Matrix 3 is your favorite, put a heart, because it is a special place in my heart. Can you tell us this, though, Carter? What was the craziest scene from The Matrix?
Oh, the craziest scene is when he's getting interrogated the first time by Agent Smith. And they hold him down and they put a fucking robot in his belly button. That is some weird shit. Why did it have to be in his belly button? I don't know. That's some weird. That's some KGB interrogation shit right there. Okay, you're not going to give us the information. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and put a tracking device in your stomach and then let you leave. But then you're going to lead us to where we need to fucking go. I'm Agent Smith. Boom. Fucking crazy bastard.
It sounds like you have a lot of qualms with this film. And it also sounds like they didn't get consent for that specific kink. Chad, how did you feel about that scene with the sex toy?
The bug? Yeah. If we're using this as like an allegory for planning a computer virus, you could have done it in a way that was like far less traumatic and memorable as having a giant metal shrimp shoved into your belly.
No, that is true.
Because, like, I mean, regardless of what happens later, when he wakes up, like, you obviously remember, like, giant metal shrimp in my belly. Like, you remember that immediately, and there's no doubt that, like, something went down. Like, he has to check his belly button, like, is it still there? What's going on? What's the equation to solve for X? What's going on here?
I'm telling you, they need, and that's another PSA to Hollywood, write in consent to these movies. No Steve, no Harvey Weinstein. Yes, cool. So Chad, can you please set us up with Dave J's clip?
Yeah, Dave J, he has a compelling argument as to why The Matrix, it's time to reboot it, and I have to agree.
Hey, Dave J here. I'm gonna tell you about The Matrix. This scene in the movie, there's the guy from Speed, and he's in a dentist chair, and it puts him like into a fugue state for like 10 hours. And when he wakes up, he knows kung fu. So this movie sucks. It's not good. It reeks of the 90s. It's aged like a pair of Jinko jeans. It's just from that era where everything in pop culture was terrible. The only good thing about the late 90s was professional wrestling, and I wish that Steve Austin had taken the role of Neo in this movie. All I'm saying is, if you're going to watch The Matrix in 2020, just get a tribal tattoo.
Thank you, Dave J. So Carter, it's a very important question. What is the best Stone Cold Steve Austin match of all time? Go.
Oh, easily the one between him and The Undertaker. I did not know. I didn't think he was going to make it through that one. But then he came in with that Stone Cold Steve Austin move that he does. You know the one. And he did that, and he just came in like, ugh! And then The Undertaker was like, eh. He did that. It was a very surprising reaction from The Undertaker because, he's a pretty big fellow. And then he grabbed his head. Steve Austin grabbed his head, and then he put it to his knee, and then he just went down. Honestly, the whole thing was only 30 seconds, but it was the greatest match of all time.
I'll be honest, you sound like you have never watched a wrestling match. All right, if you all are watching in the comments right now, I'm gonna need you all to put your favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin match. And whoever makes me laugh with this answer, damn it, I'll give you prize. And if you playing the game, I'll give you 10 extra points because goddamn it, I love laughing, and as y'all know, I love wrestling. Chad, what is your favorite Stone Cold Steve Austin match of all time?
Oh, dude, bar none, Stone Cold versus Will Sasso.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I hate everybody right now. All right, so this is good one. We are going into the audience's last pick. Can you please set up Felipe's clip, please?
Felipe has a compelling argument for why, even if you hate the movie, sometimes what happens around the movie outside the theater with family, you fighting with your cousin in your car, maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm projecting on my own family experience, but sometimes that just makes the movie for you.
Hey guys, my name's Felipe, and a movie that always makes me happy is Jurassic Park. My friend and I watched it coming down one night after partying all night, and he had a little bit of acid, and we decided we'd walk to the liquor store to get some cigarettes, and I was walking ahead of him a little bit, and all I could hear was him screaming behind me, and I turned around, and I must have missed it, but he said he was eaten by a T-Rex, and that was probably one of the funniest moments I'd ever had.
You know what? And that was one of the funniest moments I ever heard. Thank you, Felipe.
Hey, you ever get really, really high, and then just imagine that you are the Velociraptor's claw,
and then you hit him with the all right. Carter, can you please tell me why friend-on-friend violence is seen as funny, like in the Three Stooges? Go.
Just physical comedy. Three Stooges is just a ripoff of Commedia dell'arte, and that's what they did back then. Pretty much Charlie Chaplin, the Three Stooges, and pretty much all of the work from the earliest 90s, before the sinking of the Titanic, was all just ripoffs of Commedia dell'arte. It's not necessarily that it's friends fighting that makes it funny. It's just anyone fighting in general and doing it in a silly way. They realized early on that was an easy way to make people laugh. And they got those cheap laughs even now in pretty much most Chris Farley movies. But it's still funny, though. It's funny when people hit each other. Hitting stuff's cool. But you should only get the person's consent. Hey, you want to fight? And then you do. That's what you should do.
All right, well, what about you, Chad? Why is friend-on-friend violence okay in Hollywood?
I don't like the very dismissive way that you pitched that to me. First of all, it sounded as if violence was going to come my way. I'm not a fan of that at all. No. If you haven't smacked the hell out of a friend and then chuckled like maniacally, not your friend.
Hey, that's fair enough. It's 2020. Y'all not about to cancel me. So I've never fought any of my friends, not even as a kid.
Hey, catch these hands, except for with love.
How did you drop the blackest statement of the night? It's that black shirt, goddammit. All right. Before we get into the next clip, I just kind of want to stop this for a second and say happy birthday to someone very special to the show. She's always contributing. They are great. Happy birthday, Rachael Elizabeth. You are the shit, and you have the best group out on Facebook. Shout out to Baby Yoda. I can't wait for season 2. All right, can you bring us back into the 3 shot? I appreciate you, David. Love you. Chad, please set us up with Rachel's clip. Set us up with their clip.
This is Rachael, and she does give me the idea that I would love to see Jurassic Park with Samuel L. Jackson playing Dr. Grant.
Hey, I'm Rachael, and I recently watched Jurassic Park, and there's this scene at the very start of it, which is just peak 90s film. So you've got Dr. Alan Grant explaining dinosaur bones to a group of paleontology nerds, and everyone's enraptured by this genius talking about bones, and he's talking about how velociraptors are more like birds than reptiles. Anyways, this kid just interrupts, as kids do, and is like, well, that doesn't seem very scary. And Alan Grant's just like, first of all, who the fuck are you? Second of all, what the fuck is wrong with you that you're not afraid of these? Just by looking at their bones. You should know. You should know, 12-year-old boy, that this dinosaur can rip you to shreds. But I'm going to explain it to you in the most horrifying and mentally scarring way, so that the audience immediately understands that I am 1, very, very smart, 2, don't like children. Children are stupid. Not on my level. 3, fuck you. That's it. This is just Alan Grant very intellectually saying, fuck you, small child. Be afraid. Be very afraid. I mean, really, he should have been afraid. What's wrong with you that you look at a scan of dinosaur bones and you think, yeah, that's not scary? Of course it's not scary. It's this big, it has 4 pixels, and it's just bones. It's not what the dinosaur looks like. But even if it was, can you imagine just a dinosaur skeleton running at you out of nowhere? You would be afraid. You'd be very afraid. But this kid should be more afraid. And I feel like that's just life, really. I think you should be more afraid as a child, so you become an anxious adult, because now I make much better decisions because I'm afraid all the time. That's why I wear a mask, because I'm scared. Fear death, children. It's out there. It's coming for us. It's coming for us all.
I want her to read every single book. I don't listen to her reading the last book of the Bible. I don't really read books. Okay, thank you, Rachael. And if you're in the comments right now watching at home, I want you to just go ahead and throw a happy birthday up for her, because I don't know if you can tell by the accent. She lives overseas, so she's already asleep right now, but she's going to watch this in the morning, so it'll be dope if every single person drops, even if you drop HBD or whatever, happy big dick. Whatever. No, I'm just kidding. But no, you can drop whatever, but I think it'll be awesome to drop her happy birthday. She's I think they're 25 or 26, so they still have hope in their eyes. So please drop that happy birthday. Carter, tell me this though. Very important question. Why should people wear a mask during sex? Why or why not? Go.
They should wear a mask during sex because we are in the middle of a pandemic. And also, not everybody has dental. Not everybody has dental covered from their work or from their insurance. And some people just really need to not show their teeth ever. I think I have pretty okay teeth, and you guys have pretty decent teeth, but a lot of people don't. Like everyone in Alabama or Arkansas. So if you're from those states, you should wear a fucking mask even after this shit subsides. It's really important. All right. This has been a public service announcement from Carter Anderson. Carter.
Yeah, that was straight from Carter. I'm not even gonna go to you, Chad. I just want to say, if you're in any of those states he named, we love you. Please give to our Patreon, because you at least are in a state where your governor hates you as much as you should hate your state. I'm just kidding. I'm joking, but we do need money to keep these lights on. Cool. So we're done with those clips. So that means that the game is closed. If you're answering right now, you are answering the question of connect Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken in 3 films or less. That means you have less than 0 seconds. Yeah, we can go ahead and put that up, because I'm still talking, so maybe you still have time. No, I'm kidding, you don't. So if you didn't press enter and you didn't send it, you don't have any more time. So that means nothing is going to be accepted past this point. You can keep answering if you want. But it's time for one of my favorite games, Dubs and Tremaines. Dubs and Trays. We're going to that's going to be on a shirt soon. So that's where I take the time out and I ask my co-host and I ask the guests to go for the answer. And if they get it right, if one of them gets it right, you get dubs. That means you get double the points. If both of them get it right, then that means you get triple the points. And that's only if you answered the question right. So we're going to start off with you, Carter, coming to the 2 spot. And you got 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
I'm going to need you to connect. Go ahead and connect for me. Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken in 3 films or less. Go.
Jesus. Okay. I think I can do this. Martin Lawrence. You said it. Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken, right?
Christopher Walken.
All right. Martin Lawrence was in Bad Boys 2 with Will Smith, and Will Smith was in.
Got 20 seconds.
God damn it. Okay. Will Smith was in Men in Black with Tommy Lee Jones, and Tommy Lee Jones was in fucking the. God damn it. I can't do this. This is very difficult. Difficult to do. In 30 seconds?
It's all good, brother. It's always Juneteenth, so even when you're wrong, you're still right. All right, we're going to go to you, Chad. It's all on you, baby. These people who are answering the question, they need double the points because they're trying to win that $75 gift card at the beginning of next month. So it's on you. You got 30 seconds. Connect Martin Lawrence and Christopher Walken in 3 films or less.
Martin Lawrence to Christopher Walken. Where? Let's try. Man, this is hard. This is a hard one.
It's because they kept getting all the answers right. I had to make it difficult. You had to do the right thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't like that as a hit. Maybe that was a hit.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm gonna lose.
I mean, you got 20 seconds.
You got Christopher Walken to John Cusack in America's Sweethearts. Okay. John Cusack to Tim Robbins in High Fidelity. Tim Robbins to Nothing to Lose with Martin Lawrence.
Hey, that works.
Was that 3 or less?
That was 3, baby. That means everybody answering gets dubs. And right now, you know what? Fuck it. Drop a happy birthday. I'll give you triple the points. Everybody who's playing the game, drop a happy birthday to Rachel. You get triple the points. And I'll take that whenever. Just go ahead and drop it in there because she's awesome. She loves the show. They love the show, and we love them as well. All right, man. Carter, I appreciate you. This is your time now. Do you have anything to plug? Coming to the 2 shot with my man Carter.
Yes, guys, make sure to watch my show In the Meantime every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time. Also, make sure to watch my show Geeked Out every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Both are awesome shows. I've had Trumaine on several times for Geeked Out, and I've had you on for In the Meantime. And you won. We are doing a championship show sometime in August. I haven't decided when we're going to do it, but you're going to be one of the champions. We've already decided that shit. And when all of this COVID shit ends, make sure to see me on stage. I will be really excited to see that too. It'll be awesome.
Hey, well, Carter, as always, you have 2 shows, so I guess you're the superior black at this moment. And I love both of the shows. Love you very much. Thank you for being on the show. I look forward to being on both of the shows again soon. Because why? Every day is Juneteenth. You're around. All right, going to my man, my co-host, my better half, Chad. Let's go into the 2-shot with Chad, please. Chad, first of all, I miss you. Thank you for coming out. You've gone through a lot, but you're really fucking funny. You really held it down. So go ahead and plug us with anything you have.
I have nothing going on. If you want to book me, sure, maybe. I've been practicing a lot in the bathroom. That mirror gives me a lot of great feedback. So, hey, you can catch me here. That's my plug, Monday Night Tops.
Hey, and that's all the plug we need. Thank you again, Chad. Thank you, Carter. And also, I want to go ahead and thank Zach Busby. He held it down while Chad, had a few things he had to get done. See, Chad has a 401k, so he has like a real job that he has to go to very often, whereas me and Carter do not. Juneteenth all year round. All right, so I'm done with Chad and with Carter, but it is time for the True Blackout Report. Coming to that one shot, please. Awesome. We talked about a lot of great things on this show, but one thing that we need to understand is I learned what made me happy as a person. That came from movies and shows. Everything from How to Make Friends all the way to Finding Love and finding a place to put my penis. See, look, the thing is, across the board, sex is a spectrum, okay? From TGI Fridays on ABC to Real Sex Mondays on HBO, okay? It was all about escapism. And more than ever, we need one thing to escape. So that leaves me with my picks. My first pick is To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, which was a lot to say when you were buying tickets back in 95. I love To Wong Fu, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar, because it stars the great Wesley Snipes. And people forget, before Wesley, there was Will Smith and there was Denzel Washington. All right? Before they came, it was Wesley. All right? He was the black actor because, they can only use one. Wesley Snipes has one of the whitest names. That's why Hollywood made him the one black star. Because, if there was 2 in the movie, one would have to die. Word to Jada Pinkett in Scream 2. No entanglements here. We love you, though, boo. But no, seriously, though, Wesley Snipes was good looking and he had a black belt. So he could take your girl and beat your ass at the same time. But in this movie, Wesley Snipes played a queen named Noxzema. Noxzema was a facial cleanser in the 90s, and it was the perfect name for Wesley's character because it was the first time in history that both men and women were sitting in the theater like, I wish I could get a facial right now. See, everybody in the 90s was like that Boy George song, Karma Chameleon, saying, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on me, Wesley Snipes. And I give that 2 snaps and a twist. All right, that's fucking funny. All right, next pick. I'm sorry. My next pick is The Sandlot. It's a beautiful coming-of-age story about baseball during the time of Sinatra. But we have to acknowledge that scene by the pool, the one where Squints tricks a girl into kissing him. That was sexual assault. And that in no way makes the movie okay. But what it does is it makes the movie written by men. And let's not forget, Squints ends up marrying that same girl afterwards. Like, I know it was the 60s, and I know the 60s were sexist, but I thought the song was called Love and the Marriage, not Assault and the Marriage. Look, let me be really clear. If you sexually assault a woman, you will get locked up forever. Forever. I want to just keep doing that. All right. For my next pick, I'm going to go with Black Snake Moan. And if you've seen this movie, you know exactly why I'm going up with Black Snake Moan. See, Black Snake Moan, in the trailer, it had Samuel L. Jackson holding a blonde white woman on a chain. And see, look, Samuel L. Jackson was such a badass that white folks didn't even get mad. They just gave him the Avengers. And let's be honest, the Avengers were just a group of white people with superpowers. Not Samuel L. Jackson, though. His only superpower was he was super black. How can that not make me smile? All right, for my last pick, I am going, excuse me, not my last pick. Before I get my last pick, because I have two more picks, because I must say I love boats. I love boats, love Leonardo DiCaprio. So with my next pick, I'm going with Titanic. Titanic makes me happy. Titanic was the first time in history that black people were like, racism? It ain't that bad. It was like, we were in the movie, but at least we didn't die with they dumbass. Hey, the heart of the ocean had blood diamonds, bitch. Look, we love you, Leo, but let's be honest, we were the first king of the world. Look up the Moors. And that brings me to my last pick. I'm going with Jaws. I picked Jaws because it was literally 2 hours of a shark eating people, and none of them were black. Don't go in the water. Don't worry. We weren't. Look, hell, black people love Jaws so much, they didn't even show up to the Titanic audition. Look, that's 2 films with water and no black people. I guess black lives really do matter. Look, all in all, people need to focus on their happiness, all right? And that's real. Let's be honest, movies and shows are a cheap and safe way to go for that happiness because the news is already awful enough. So a message to all of my film and show watchers out there, please come in real close. Stop policing what the fuck people watch, all right? And side note to men, stop policing women's goddamn bodies. We all came from a womb, and we're all on the same Netflix account. Oh, by the way, tell your grandma I said thanks for the password. And that's all I have to say about that. Thank you all for joining the conversation that you started. Tune in to Monday Tops every week at 8 p.m. Follow Big Labs Comedy for all upcoming shows. And keep watching after this because we're going to go into some B-roll. I've been Trumaine Bradley. Don't be problematic. Y'all use condoms. Good night.